Hello. Hey, yeggooner back again with another one. We're doing another fantasy video. You can see my FM in the background. Yo, I just finished my FM, you feel me? I just finished streaming. So, it is what it is. This is a road to 1,000K. So we on the road to 1,000K. So if you can, do me the pleasure of subscribing and jumping on the train, you feel me? Helping us out with that. You get your dig. That will go like miles, you know? It will help a lot in getting us into that position. So wait a minute. Even I need to fix it's even good that I'm here. I need to fix up this thing because it's not looking the way I want it to look. Anyways, let's get to the fantasy. You feel me? Let's start talking about week 1 matchups. Alright, so it is week 1 in the Funky Lads fantasy. Alright, week 1 in Funky Lads fantasy. And look, if you're in your NBA fantasies, right, this is what I want y'all to be doing as well. This is what you should be doing. Now, I initially what I did is I had the key cats, right, for their whole teams, and I put them there. And I spoke to my executive producer, Mr. King Colin, Mr. Flat Earth Gang, and I asked him, yo, should I put out the blueprint for these lot? And he said, no, don't put out the blueprint for these lot. Let them do it themselves. Now, if you play fantasy, if you're playing somebody in week 1, what you need to do is figure out what categories they're good at. Figure out categories you're good at and figure out how you can edge it out. Okay? That's what you need to be doing. And that's my advice to you. But this is a deep dive into the Funky Lads fantasy. Hopefully by looking at this you can it'll help you out in your own fantasy leagues. If not, then just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the storylines we're coming up with, you feel me? Now Primetime City versus Serial Winner. Primetime City changed his name. I'm not gonna go refer to him by that name. He is always going to be Primetime City. We have him branded. And look, NBA for free.net said that you can't change your name. Our sponsors. Now, with Primetime City, he picks Sabonis as his #1 pick, as you can see over here. Sabonis' key categories are rebounds, and his weakest category is points. Okay, the reason his weakest category is points, out of all of the man them you're picking in the first round, his points are the shitest. Or not even the shitest, it's one of the shitest. Now, when you look at that, and you look at his mandem, that's his #1 pick. Take a look at the rest of the players he has on his team and think to yourself, how are we gonna beat that? What are we gonna do to beat that? Right? And we got Serial Winner. He picked Trey. I think Trey, like, he's got elite assist, and his field goal percentage is trash as well. Okay. Now with Trey and this matchup, right? Going off the top of my head, I think Serial Winner is he's gonna run with this. I'm not gonna tell you how much times each team plays this week. I'm not gonna tell you none of that because that's what the analysts are for, like Josh Lloyd and them lot. You feel me? Or that's what the websites are for, like people like me that actually do their research and drafted players for week 1 so I can win week 1. But in my personal opinion, Serial Winner is gonna win this game. I don't rate everyone, like, if you have been following this whole series, you know I don't rate Primetime City's team at all whatsoever. Yeah. Next matchup, London is Red versus Goodfellas. This is a Walker derby. Brother versus brother. Middle brother versus older brother. You feel me? Now, with this one, yeah, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was my first round pick. If I wanted to, I could have put LaMelo on his left hand side and put Steph Curry on his right hand side because those should be #1 picks too. You feel me? But we do like Shea's key stats. If you ask me, Shea don't have a weakness. But if we're going off of logic, his 3-pointers will be his weakness because he's a guard and his 3-pointers aren't like in that 2 range. Now, I'm going to say this for myself. I'm going to analyze this for myself clearly because I don't want to give too much to anybody else, and so I'm not going to dig into anyone else's matchups. But for me personally, with my own matchup, I am looking at people to improve the 3-point category for me to make it a bit even. Now, Giannis is not good from threes as well. And so it's my job to look at um Goodfellas' team, see his categories and be like, yo, okay, he's average at threes or he's okay at threes. And then I have Shay, I'm like, okay, who on my team is good at threes and can I edge it? And then say to myself, because Giannis, his points are elite, his rebounding is elite as well, and his blocking and his steals are elite. I gotta figure out, I gotta pick my poison. I gotta figure out which of those stats I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm not picking up anybody to deal with that. And for me in this matchup, because I'm deep diving this a little bit more because it's my team, I don't give a F about the rebounds. I don't give a. Yo, good fellas, Cornelius, you're listening to this, yeah? If I was you, I wouldn't focus on the rebounds either because you're gonna win that category. It's that plain and simple. Now, this is gonna be a tough matchup. When we get to the matchups and we get to actual analyzation of all of this stuff, y'all gonna see me analyze a bit differently. And the reason you'll see me analyze a bit differently is because I would show the numbers and that, but this is just like the weekly preview, and so the weekly preview is gonna be a little bit more fun, a little bit more animated. But Cornelius's team is a kryptonite to my team, and I don't know who's gonna win, so I'm gonna back myself. I'm gonna back myself. Now, Yellowstone versus Liverpool. When we did the power rankings, my power ranking for Liverpool was terrible, and I'm actually happy that it was bad, that I messed up on it, because no one knows what Liverpool is good at, and he didn't make the playoffs. Yo, he didn't make the playoffs last year. Yeah, I ain't gonna do you dirty like that. I'm gonna do you dirty like that. I'm still a bit heated about the Arsenal game. I saw. But yeah, no one knows what his team's good at. But Donovan Mitchell is elite at steals, and steals is a very versatile stat, and so it might not be consistent throughout the whole week. But he sucks at rebounding. And then you have another guy, Tyrese Halliburton, who's amazing at assists, bad at points, but his rebounding sucks too. Now, with these two, I'm not gonna give away about like how they should match up and what they should do and how they should do what they do. When we do the review of the week, I'll get into that a little bit more, because then everyone's seen the numbers and they saw why they lost, and I don't want to analyze anything so people know how to beat their teams. I feel like that's unfair, or I don't want to put seeds in people's heads. I don't want to do that. But I actually think that Liverpool might win this one. I think this might be a little bit of a shock matchup. I'll get into that when we get into when we get into the aftermath. You understand why. But I feel like this might be a little bit of a shaky one still. Next matchup we have next season versus Jimmy. Yeah, allow it. That's how they do it in South Park. No one's saying nothing about that. I'm just copying a character from South Park. Yeah, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the writers. Now, next season is a notorious troll in the Funky Lads fantasy. His first pick is Embiid, and Embiid has no weaknesses other than back to backs. That's his weakness. His weakness is back to backs and fitness. Jason Tatum, high points, all rounded. Only clear weakness he has is probably blocks and field goal percentage. So going off of that, you're thinking, okay, Embiid has no weakness. I have like a clear slate. If I have someone that can drop to pick up some stats off of the waiver pool, I should be winning this matchup. But this is just based off the key players. You have to factor in all the other players. You get me? And just to go off of like the synergy video we did. If you didn't catch the synergy video, it's probably going to be at the end of this. But we have a whole playlist so you can guys get catched up with Funky Lads, so you understand how everything flowed. But Jimmy's gonna win this matchup. Right, Anthony or Jimmy, he gonna win this matchup. I'll tell you that for free. He's gonna win this, and it's gonna be scary, man. His power rank is gonna look real different after game one. Now, London is Blue versus Vancouver Glizzies. You have another one where with Jokic, yeah, his weakness would be blocks. As a center, he doesn't get as much blocks, but to me, it's not that deep. It would be blocks and steals ish, but it's not that deep for me. Doncic points, field goal percentage. We own field goal, free throw percentage. We know how it flows. Now for me, this matchup's gonna be I don't know how to call this matchup, just because when we did the projections with the power ranking projections, they didn't really say London and Blues team is that good, and they said that Glizzy's is I, and I don't know if that was correct. With numbers and that with fantasy, it's very weird. For me personally, this is a tough one because both of them are really good managers too. David has a rookie, or London is Blue has a rookie on his team, and with rookies, you don't know what to expect until you see it. The only rookie that since the whole 5 years of me playing fantasy, I think we started when LaMelo was a rookie. So since then, it's only been LaMelo and Wemby that have been staples, and they both went real early. These rookies that come in, and the reason I'm saying is because David and London is Blue and Vancouver, they did pick up a couple of rookies. Now we go and see if that is an X factor, and that's why I'm saying I'm not quite sure. Gizzy's has the Doncic Jar combo, and we had a Doncic Jar combo previously, and that didn't work out great. But obviously we have to factor in all the other pieces. Don't hate me, I love you. I think that London is Blue gets a nod on this one. Now we got Ain't Noah stopping this versus. Oh, I messed this one up, man. Oh, I messed this up. This I messed up this logo. Bonnet, I'm gonna fix it right now. Let's fix it right now. Y'all can see my editing process right now. I'm gonna fix it right now. Projects, downloads. Okay, let's fix this because we have the power to do so. Let's do it right away. Hey. Let's fix it right now. Okay, it's fixed. Back to full screen. Boo. Okay, Flat Earth Gang versus Ain't No One Stopping This. I'm not even when we factor in managerial skills here, I would say the one thing that will give Ain't No One Stopping This the edge is that Flat Earth Gang is not in country. I will factor that in and then make it, just put outside factors in. But I still don't see any way. I don't see any way this is a dub. I don't. Lakers have opening night, and you know how that puts, having opening night, it does have an effect. Because if you have more players playing opening night, it kind of puts you in a position where you're kind of like, oh no, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. You feel me? Yeah, man, Flat Earth Gang's got this one straight up. It's not even funny. It's gonna be easy. And those are all of our matchups. You're gonna catch me at the end of the week. Hey, baby girl. You're gonna catch me at the end of the week when we're gonna do the review of the week. And let's see if I was right. But these are all just predictions. You feel me? It is yeggooner with another fantasy video. If you enjoyed this one, please like and subscribe. Peace.